Okay, so it's been a minute, but we are back on the Mercury Comet, and we have been where I left off last time on fabricating floor pans, as I had mostly fabricated this piece. And the other day, off camera, I just came in here, finished finalizing it, and we got it installed. Now I'm working on a little piece to go right here that will support this. You see how floppy that is. And then we're going to fill in this big old hole. And it's got complex curve this way, complex curve up here. So yeah, that one's going to be a fun one to fabricate. So let's get busy. All right. It's been hit with some weld-through primer. Got a clamp on it. I can push it down to hold it in place on this end while I tack it in place. So let's get set up, get it welded in. Alright, well, you see we got that piece, little patch piece welded in place. I basically take and plug weld. I use the Harbor Freight hole punch tool, flanging tool, kind of get it to where it fits nicely in place. I take and punch holes all around it so I can plug weld it. And after I've gone around and plug welded, I come back with a hammer in between each weld and then weld right on the joint all the way around in between each plug weld. So it makes out for some more grinding that I'll have to do, but that piece is in. We're going to be working on that other piece back there tomorrow. I'm going to try to fab that in and get that done. And I don't know if that's going to be in this video. I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to get it to contour and do what I want it to do. I've got an idea of what I want to do that I have done before. So we're going to see if we can make that work out again. But what we're going to work on right now is right here. This is the back seat support riser. What I did was I cut it. I think I showed this in another video, and then just kind of rolled it forward because there's a trough here that there's really not any good way to get down in here to this trough with this piece in place. There is some rust holes down in here, and I'll try to bring the camera in and get a better shot of it. But what I'm working on right now, I think the camera's picking it up for some reason, and I don't know when it happened or if I did it or if it was like this and I just never noticed it before. But it looks like there's been some oil spilled in this area. I hadn't had any oil really around this car, so I don't know how it happened. But got some nothing but the finest of brake cleans. Walmart, not a sponsor. Super Tech, bought a case of it the other day. They had it sitting out. They had cases and cases and cases of it. You never see it, so I was like, huh. I went ahead and grabbed a case of it. So anyway, we're going to use this. Just try to wash this area down. Try to rid it of this oil. Because what I'm fixing to do is I'm fixing to pour 15 this area. And that paintbrush is not doing exactly what I hoped it would do, but that's okay. Better than doing nothing. But anyway, I'm going to degrease this area real good, and then we're going to come in, like I said, with the pour 15 and some fiberglass and try to fix these rust holes. Since I'm not putting a whole floor pan in here, kind of having to do what I got to do to make it happen. figured I'm on a break from welding right now, and now is a good time to go ahead and use brake clean and flammable paint and all that other stuff, since I'm taking a quick break from, like I said, from welding, because I'm not trying to have any fires if at all possible. I'm thinking that this was here before and I just never noticed it. So, let me mop up what I can here. I'm going to get some compressed air, blow it out and dry it off good and see if it looks like it's still oily. Better, but I think there's still some residue there, so going. And if you're wondering where I'm washing it to, there's a rust hole there, and it just kind of washes through. So, not a whole lot of it accumulated. I don't feel like there's anything left, but you know, there may be some up here though. That's the problem. You know, it's kind of one of those situations. You do the best you can do and hope for the best. Never know, might win the lottery one day and send this thing off to Kindig and have it built. I don't know. That's not gonna happen. Alright, so here we are. I want to show you what we're dealing with. You've got, there's the riser where I cut it, moved it out of the way. The rust hole is right there. So, there's some other little holes, and you got some sausage back there and some ground sausage over here, you know. So we're trying to make silk purse out of a sow's ear. So basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to come in here, and in this trough I will go ahead and I will wet it down with the Pour 15. I'll take a brush and I'll wet it in real good, and then I will, before I do that, I will have probably have a piece of this cut and ready to go. This is a piece of the fiberglass cloth, and I will have it fit the piece, and I will have it cut to fit and lay it in there, and then saturate it in real nice with the Pour 15 into the cloth. Get it like I want it, walk away, come back tomorrow after it is dry, and you may have to go over it a couple of times with the Pour 15 to get it to really set in place, but hey, it is what it is. So I'm going to get set up and go ahead and start brushing this stuff in. So I thought I'd bring you in for a little bit closer look. You can see the fiberglass cloth laid in there, and you can no longer see a big gaping hole down there on that end. So Now all we have to do is wait for this this paint to cure, and we'll probably have to give it a second coat. Alright guys, I'm really glad to finally be back on some mercury content. I know the guys that have come over here for the mercury content, it's been a while, but we have not given up on the project. We are back on it, and got a couple of things done. Not great guns, but we're putting our foot on the gas and we're trying to get going on this project. But if this is your first time coming by the Real World Garage and you'd like to see more on this Mercury Comet, why don't you go watch another video coming on the screen right now.